Hi, Rocco Russo here again with another Zodiac Academy technical training session. Today we're talking about cartridge filters and the process to service cartridge filters. When we have a filter, if we have clean cartridges inside the filter, clean skimmer baskets, and an empty pump strainer, we could start our pump, get a pressure reading of what's going on inside the filter. We're going to set our clean dial to the actual running pressure of the system, and this will give us an indication that when 10 pounds is gained, that's an indicator for the customer to have that filter serviced. So again, we're going to start off with our pressure reading with a clean system, set the clean dial. When the needle on the dial goes past the dirty indicator, it's time to clean the cartridges. We've got an RS system here. We've got the RS in service mode so that nobody can operate the filter pump while we're here working. If we were not in line of sight of the switch that turns on the pump, we want to make sure that we tape off the switch, shut off the breaker and put a piece of tape over it, or what have you. You want to prevent anybody from turning the filter pump on while you're working on the filter itself. So we've got the pump off. We're going to relieve any pressure inside the filter by opening up the bleeder valve. It's also a good idea to open up the back drain port on the filter to relieve water down and out of your way so you don't get too messy or too wet. It's also a good idea when you're taking apart a filter to have a replacement gasket on hand. In this case, we've got a fairly new filter, so we shouldn't have to replace that gasket. It's just good practice. If you don't have a replacement gasket, you could use some silicone or magic lube on the gasket when we're reassembling. We're going to remove the nut and bolt that hold the belly band together. Got the band loose. Take that out of the way. Let that pressure relieve itself. And we're ready to split the halves of the filter. Going to remove the manifold off the top. Now we've got our cartridges exposed. We're going to bring the cartridges to an area where we can clear them off without any worry of the debris getting in the way of the homeowner. We've got a great spot here to clean these filter cartridges. Got some pollen, some insects, some non-specific soil and dirt and debris. The hose is doing a great job of cleaning off this element. As we're cleaning, we're also inspecting, looking for tears or damage that could be caused by imbalanced water or high calcium. If we had high calcium or lots of oils from suntan lotion and what have you, we would want to soak these with a mild degreaser to get them clean. But as you can see, the hose is doing a really great job of just clearing off the dirt that these filters have captured. We'll get these all cleaned off and we'll see you back down at the system for reassembly. We've got our cartridge elements all cleaned off and we're ready to reassemble. You want to make sure these cartridges line up with the base. Let's go ahead and reinstall the manifold. Manifold's in. Make sure we get a tight seal on the discharge pipe. We're ready to assemble the top half. We want to clear off the gasket, make sure we have a clean mating surface, inspect for tears. If it looks a little worn or a little flat anywhere, use a little silicone spray or maybe a little magic lube. This one's fairly new, so it looks very good. Make sure we have a clean mating surface. Clean the top of the tank lid. Looks like we're in good shape. Let's get that belly band assembled. Reinstall the band clamp. Good idea to take a peek around the edge, make sure the belly band is secure around the rim of the tank, which we are. Get this tight. And before we turn on the pump, let's make sure that our back drain port is capped off. Coming out of service mode, back into auto. We have a variable speed pump on board, so I'm going to increase the pump speed so that we prime a little bit faster. The pump's fully primed, the tank is full of water. We've got clean skimmer baskets and a clean pump strainer and a clean filter. So we could set the dial to actual pressure. This indicator will now let us know when we need to clean those cartridges again. So let's go ahead and lower the speed of the pump. I'm going to take a look around the belly band here and make sure we don't have any drips or leaks. Our rear drain port is leak-free, and we're back in business. I appreciate you watching. Again, I'm Rocco, and I look forward to seeing you in another class, whether it's on screen, online, or in person.